Every single day, millions of men make a quiet mistake when touching their partners, and they have absolutely no idea they are doing it. They treat physical intimacy like a simple on and off switch, believing that if they just push the right buttons at random times, it automatically leads to a good result. But a woman's body does not work like a machine. It runs on a highly sensitive emotional code. When you touch your girlfriend, you aren't just making physical contact. You are sending a sudden signal straight to her brain. Get it right, and her body instantly floods with trust, safety, and deep attraction. Get it wrong, and her system instantly triggers a silent alarm, causing her to freeze up and pull away. Most guys completely fail to realize that a woman's mind filters physical contact through a very specific checklist. If you don't pass that checklist, your touch feels like a stressful interruption instead of romance. Right now, we are breaking down the exact mistakes you are probably making without realizing it, including one final, wild rule that completely flips the script and makes her chase your touch instead of the other way around. Welcome to the Anatomy Lab. Let's get into it. Rule 1, the warm-up squad. To understand why so many guys get this wrong from the very start, you have to look at how the brain reacts to surprise. Imagine your partner is sitting on the couch, thinking about a stressful day at work, scrolling through her phone, or just unwinding. Her brain is already completely full of thoughts. If you walk up from behind, out of nowhere, and immediately go for highly sensitive areas like her chest, her waist, or her neck, you are setting yourself up for failure. Because she didn't see it coming, her brain doesn't think, "Oh, how romantic." It thinks, "What just happened?" Her body takes a sudden, involuntary gasp, and her defenses immediately go up. This is the first rule men break. Touch without warning feels like a demand, not a connection. If you want a positive reaction, you have to use a simple warm-up sequence. Before you ever go for the most sensitive areas, start small. Put a gentle hand on her upper back, brush her forearm, or just sit close enough so she knows you are there. This gives her nervous system a green light, lets her drop her guard, and makes her actually want you closer. Rule 2, the calibration law. The second mistake is thinking that more is always better. A lot of guys assume that if their girlfriend loves being touched during an intimate moment in the bedroom, then grabbing or touching her sensitive areas constantly throughout the day will make her happy. This is a massive mistake. When you touch the exact same spots over and over again, with no context and no buildup, two bad things happen. First, her body literally gets used to it and stops feeling the spark. Second, and much worse, her brain starts to view your touch as selfish. It tells her that you aren't actually paying attention to her mood. You are just looking for a quick thrill for yourself. The golden rule here is simple. The value of your touch depends entirely on your timing. Real tension and desire don't come from constant, mindless grabbing. A single, highly intentional 5-second hold that shows you are completely present and locked in is 1,000 times more powerful than 20 minutes of casual, thoughtless touching. You have to read her mood before you try to read her body. Rule 3, the paradox of absence. This brings us to the final, hidden metric, the big promise we made at the start of this file. It is the one rule that changes absolutely everything about how a woman experiences attraction. We call it the paradox of absence. Most men think that the only way to build desire is to constantly apply physical pressure and stay as close as possible. But human chemistry works completely in reverse. When you hold your partner, her brain releases a chemical called oxytocin. This is the comfort hormone. It makes her feel safe, warm, and happy. But desire and anticipation are driven by a totally different chemical, dopamine. Dopamine is the hormone of the chase. It only shows up when there is mystery, space, and a feeling of wondering what comes next. If you are constantly initiating touch and never taking a break, you fill her system with comfort, but you completely kill the excitement. You give her total security, but you destroy the thrill. The ultimate secret that master communicators use is knowing exactly when to step back. By intentionally pulling away and withholding physical touch during moments of high connection, you create an emotional vacuum. You give her mind the breathing room to realize she misses your hands. Instead of you always pushing for intimacy, the entire mood shifts. and her brain forces her to cross the room and reach for you. Physical intimacy isn't just a random set of physical movements. It is a quiet, subconscious conversation between two people. Master the warm-up, time it perfectly, and never forget the power of giving her space to miss you. Stop guessing. Look at the habits you've built and fix the mistakes. Subscribe to the Anatomy Lab, and we will decode the next file together.